If you're creating Instagram stories, you're putting a ton of effort into creating this super fun, engaging content, and chances are you want more people to find that content. The good news is Instagram hashtags are super helpful for your Instagram stories, but there's some things you should do and some things you shouldn't do. In this video, you'll discover all about that. If you think you understand how to use hashtags on Instagram, I have a warning for you. Instagram stories are completely different. In this video, you'll discover which hashtags to use for your business to show up in more searches, how many hashtags to use in your Instagram stories, the difference between Instagram hashtag stickers and text boxes, as well as how search results populate stories into the searches. And be sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you other ways to get found in searches beyond just the hashtag. When it comes to your stories hashtags, you want to go broad, you want to go big, because your stories only last for 24 hours. If you're using something hyper specific or even your very own branded hashtag, the chances of someone looking for that hashtag in that 24-hour window are pretty limited. But if you used a broad hashtag, something super popular, which is the opposite of what we want to do in the feed, there's chances of more people looking for that in that 24-hour period and a better chance of your content showing up for those people to view it. So think about those hashtags that are singular words that are very broad to your industry, something like hashtag social media, hashtag science, hashtag love. Any of those big popular ones are going to up your chances of getting found in search. One exception to this rule would be if you are at a live event, if you're hosting an event at a specific venue, or if you're running a contest where that is going on in a very limited scope of time, in which case using a narrower hashtag specifically for that event, venue, or contest actually works in your favor because people are only looking for it in that specific area of time where you're more likely to show up and you're more likely to get seen by more people. So where do you put your hashtags on a story? What tools do you have? You've got two. You can use the hashtag sticker or you can use a text box. So when it comes to the sticker, you go into your different sticker options on your stories and you just select the hashtag sticker and you just start typing, boom, done. You've got yourself a hashtag sticker that is clickable to that search result. For the text box, you're going to manually type in a series of hashtags using the hashtag symbol followed by the text for that hashtag. Now you want to make sure that that hashtag is underlined when you go and post that text box. If it's not underlined, it's not clickable, which means you aren't going to show up in search or people can't go click on it to go to that search icon. Now to make things even more complicated, there's limitations to how many hashtags you can use on each one. For the sticker, you can only use one hashtag. That's it. And you can only use one hashtag sticker. Once you've added that sticker to your story, that's your hashtag. If you go and try to add another hashtag sticker, it opens up your existing one and you just end up typing over it with the new hashtag. So when it comes to the text box, you can put as many in there as you actually want to. You could put 10 in there and they're all underlined and you think, great, I have 10 hashtags. But Instagram actually limits you to 3 hashtags, which means if you put more than that, only the first 3 will actually record for search results. In addition to using the text box, there is one more limitation that you should be aware of. You may have seen or heard of people taking their hashtags, minimizing them, and changing the color and hiding them somewhere in the image with a matching color. This is meant to disguise the hashtag so people don't see them and it doesn't look like there's hashtags on the post. But Instagram got smart to this shortly after people started doing this tactic, and now they will not populate your content into a hashtag search if you minimize your content too small and attempt to hide it. So you want to keep your hashtags legible, large enough that somebody can read them with the naked eye and where they're not being hidden, where they're too small or the color is masking where they appear in that story. So now when it comes to hashtag search results for Instagram stories, I want to set realistic expectations for you. Think about how stories work. No one wants to see 100 or 1,000 dots across the top of a story. Instagram is not going to show all story results. They're going to algorithmically determine which ones each viewer sees. That algorithm is going to be based on that individual user, what content they're most likely to interact with, as well as the performance of your post. If your story is performing well and getting good engagement with your audience, and it's ideal content for your target audience, there's a good chance that your post will show up in that hashtag search for that user. Okay, bonus time. We just talked about the limitations to hashtag search results for stories. So how do you get your stories found in more places by more people? One of my favorite tools is the location sticker. You want to get hyper targeted with your location. Why? Because the maps know where that location is. If you tag San Diego, it only has the potential to show up in a San Diego search. But if you specifically tag the San Diego Convention Center, the maps know that the convention center is obviously there, that it's near Seaport Village, that it's near the gas lamp, that it's in downtown San Diego, which is in San Diego, which is in California, which is in the USA. And when you use that location tag as the smallest possible location, you actually have the potential to show up in the larger search options, meaning you could show up in 3, 4, even 5 potential locations just by using one location sticker. But if you had used location sticker for San Diego, then you wouldn't get narrowed down into smaller locations. So using that super narrow location tag actually helps you get seen in more venues, in more tag locations related to where you are when you're sharing that content. In addition, you can use the @mention sticker. When you @mention someone on Instagram, so you could @mention the business, you could @mention a customer or a client or a partner or brand that is affiliated with you in the content that you just created. When you @mention them, they get a notification. And a lot of times they will share your content out to their own story, getting you again more exposure and more opportunity to be seen by more people. So we covered a lot about using hashtags for Instagram stories and specifically for your business. But there's lots of other places you can use hashtags too, right? So go check out this video playlist where you can find out about how to use hashtags on regular feed content, on IGTV content, as well as other Instagram strategies for success when it comes to marketing your business.